All right, we're working off of 2 days with no sleep. Let's do this. So this has been a long time coming. I got this figure forever ago, and I hadn't gotten around to opening it, so we're gonna open it now as I desperately try to stay awake. It's okay. High energy. We're gonna be high energy. It's fine. Who needs sleep, am I right? All right, so if you've been keeping up with the My Hero McFarlane toy releases, you know that this is an old figure. This is before the re-release, the update on the figure and the packaging. The newer packaging has a picture of the actual figure on the front and a blue background, plus promotional images of the figure on the back instead of these images from the anime. And in addition, the new figures are also better. Yeah, I was not impressed with the older McFarlane figures, but the new ones seem to be a lot better. The Aizawa in particular is a great figure, and that review is up on the channel, so if you're interested in that, go look at it. If you're not interested, then don't. It's really that easy. You gotta push from the back. Push from the back. Alright. And I don't want to say this is a bad figure. It certainly could be worse. I believe the Kirishima was worse, the Deku too. This one isn't terrible, but still the likeness on Todoroki's face is not great. I feel like his scar is a little too dark. The hair looks nice though, sculpted nicely. The mouth bothers me a lot too. It's just such a thick black line, but it is based off of a cartoon, so that makes sense. I think the main thing that sticks out to me with this figure are the shoulders. They're just so big and bulky. And I can't recall if they were like this with Deku and Kirishima, but if they were, that was okay because their costumes kind of covered up the fact that these are big bulky shoulders. For Todoroki, he's just wearing a jumpsuit, so his big bulky shoulders are kind of on full blast here. Otherwise, I really dig the sculpt on the costume, especially this back harness. The belt is nicely done too. The paintwork on this one is a lot better than what we saw in the Kirishima and the Deku figures. Really cool sculpt on the boots, good paint on the boots. Really like these knee pads. So yeah, I was expecting this to be terrible and for me to hate it, kind of like I hated the Deku and the Kirishima figures, but this one's actually pretty nice. It makes me kind of wish I had the newer one so I could compare them, but I don't, so I'm not gonna. So if this one's nice, I'm sure the newer one is even better. What they did here on the arm is pretty interesting. Instead of having the blue paint all the way down on this entire joint here, they painted the very tips of the sculpt with flesh tone. His sleeves are rolled up, so this kind of creates the illusion that they're rolled up, instead of having to work that into the sculpt, which I don't mind at all and think is pretty clever, actually. So angry. So many daddy issues. Mommy issues, too. Basically just issues. I remember before I watched My Hero, all my friends said that this would be my favorite character. And he's a cool character, but my heart belongs to Kirishima. He's just such a good boy. Another thing about these figures is that they're a lot more affordable than what you'll find with Figma, for instance. Let's look at Articulation really quick. We all know that I don't like to spend a lot of time on it, so let's just blast through it. God, I'm tired. Good movement on the head. A small amount of up and down. Not too bad. Let's see what these chunky shoulders can do. Is that a butterfly joint? I think it's a butterfly joint, but it's a little sticky, so we can pivot that around. Then there's a bicep swivel. Man, you can hear the plastic just crunching against itself. It does not want to move, but that's probably because this is an old figure. I've had it sitting around for a while. Nice movement on the elbow. Looks a little awkward when you do this, but it's an action figure. Standard wrist movement all around. He's got a swivel hidden by this belt here. Leg can arc out a little bit. I wonder if these little canisters get in the way of forward movement. Oh, nope, the canisters are made of a rubbery material, so they're not going to get in the way of your leg. And back, nice! He could be a ice skater. He's got the power for it. Can he just blast out a path of ice and then heat up his feet and skate alongside it? Didn't he do that in an episode? I don't know, it's been a while. Let's see, knee movement, good arc on the knee, swivel on the ankle, up and down on the ankle, and a toe joint. So yeah, not a bad figure at all. And he comes with some really cool accessories. First up, hands. For grabbing things? I don't know what they're gonna grab. Self-loathing. But what I'm really interested in are these quirk effects. You got fire, you got ice. Ice is not really showing up against my background because everything is blue. But anyway, yeah, I love these effects. These effects are better than the figure. And if saying that is wrong, I don't want to be right. So let's slip his little handsies in here. Both the fire and the ice effects are rubbery, so you can slip his little fingies in here with no problem. And that looks pretty cool. Let's do his fire half. There you go, buddy. It's okay. Use your fire power. Come to terms with it. There you go. That looks pretty awesome, actually. I actually like this figure a lot more than the Kirishima and Deku figures, and that kind of breaks my heart a little bit because Kirishima is my favorite character, but his older McFarlane figure just isn't that great. This one, however, is very nice. Todoroki deserves a nice figure. He's a sad boy. He's gone through the trauma. I do like characters with trauma, that's for sure. Here he is, next to Aizawa, and this is a newer figure from McFarlane, so it looks kind of not accurate. They don't really pair up well. I think Todoroki's just a little bit bigger than he needs to be, or Aizawa is a little bit smaller than he needs to be. But maybe if you have him in the background, it looks more accurate. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I would be interested in getting the newer Todoroki and comparing these two, but I don't have it. So, yeah. Okay, I think that is about it for this one. This was a shorter one just because there's not a whole lot to this toy. It's the figure, it's mainly these accessories, and that's it. But it's been a long time coming, so I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for those of you who have been waiting for this for a long time. I finally did it, and on 2 days of no sleep, no less. Can you tell that I have the insomnia? Likes and subscribes are appreciated, comments are more than welcome. I'll see you guys on the next one.